great, great honor to be surrounded by such greatness, really. First things first, everything goes to our God Almighty for all the goodness, all the showers of blessings.
Recording in progress.
All the showers of blessings. You know, writing a dissertation, honestly,
Come on.
it's a nightmare. But it's more rewarding. It's more rewarding than I could ever imagine. I had sleepless nights working on my doctorate, really. And today I am here. So all the praises, all the honor, and all the glory goes to God. I am overwhelmed. I am really, really overwhelmed with all humbleness, all gratefulness, really, you know, towards Cornerstone Christian University. Just to prepare me to be a servant leader as Christ model towards pursuing my purpose in life. I'm not too sure. I can see my Dr. John Ogulu over there.
Yeah.
Dr. John Ogulu, our Chancellor. I am really, really running out of words when it comes to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being an inspiration and a foundation for my PhD today. So thank you. I appreciate it. To all the leaders, you know, I'm surrounded by leaders already. I'm surrounded by leaders. I was calling Sister Renee the Queen Esther Code. She knows. She knows when I say Queen Esther Code. I'm surrounded by leaders. Thank you so much to all the amazing leaders. Sister Vera, thank you so much to all the leaders, you know, who had faith in me to empower their teams with a fresh perspective, inspiration they require to pursue success and drive sustainable outcomes in a seriously funny way. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Femi, too. Thank you so much. And to all my colleagues, that who are here today, we are celebrating this today. I'm saying rise to greater heights now.
Yes.
Rise to greater heights now, because you know what? The sky is no longer the limit. The sky is now your point of view. So make sure you rise to greater heights. To all the individuals, thank you. To all the individuals I've had a chance to lead, or maybe be led by, or even watch their leadership from afar, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for being an inspiration for my PhD today. And to the floor at large, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for being our support system today. Thank you. My name is Ria. No. My name is, for the very first time, Dr. Ria. Did you hear that, Dr. Riel and Kunene? My name is Dr. Riel and Kunene for the very first time. I am an energetic professional speaker. I am also the author of many books, but the ones that speaks into my heart is Rise to Greater Heights, because you know what? It's a comprehensive guide to turn your fears into greater success while seizing your opportunities. I am also the author, and my dissertation was based on human rights. So I wrote the book Human Rights, which are God-given fundamental rights and freedoms. I am also a PhD holder today. Yes. I am also a mentor and a coach, well known for encouraging many to rise from mediocrity into greatness, because I believe that we are in full control of our own choices. So my title, Rise to Greater Heights, has inspired and empowered many to pursue their personal as well as professional passion to become go-getters. So as I wear many hats, as a diplomacy protocol officer, as a human rights analyst, as a commissioner for odds, you know what, the list can go on and on. Really, following my dreams, it gave me a purpose to see my goals through and understand that I do have everything around me to reach my full potential. My everyday message is that your journey to be a better person starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach to your full potential. So Hebrews 11, Psalms 27 and 40 always keeps me to rise to greater heights. So before I continue, I always double checking. I just want to double check if I'm in the right room here. With the raise of hand, I just want to double check. I just want to double check who can say that I have never ever complained in life. Never ever complained in life. Seemingly I am in the right room, because you know sometimes in life we go complaining about everything. Oh, the weather is really bad today. Traffic was worse than expected. Oh, the movie was really disappointing. You know, my family drives me crazy sometimes. You name it, you name it. Though whining can be a way to build an inspiration, it can also keep us from acting. And it gives excuses time to procrastinate from achieving goals. One thing I've realized is that we usually complain in the wake of a negative situation. We tend to focus more on the problem than finding potential solutions. It's always much easier to complain than to find a solution. And individuals who whine on a regular basis, they have to have a bad health. So next time you'll find you complaining that, why do pizzas come in square boxes? Yeah, they are round. And funny enough, they are cut in triangles. Does that sound like you? Yeah? Yeah, please write this down, write this down. This is what I wrote on my dissertation, so I'm gonna just share some nuggets on what I wrote. What are human rights? What are human rights? With the raise of hand, I just wanna see what comes into your mind when you think of the word human rights. You can just throw it in, raise of hand. It's gonna be Dr. John. What are human rights?
Freedom.
Freedom. Very
Justice.
good. Dr. John, I saw your hand up.
Yeah, let's allow that.
Okay. Human
Justice.
justice. Justice. What are human rights? What are human rights?
Equity.
Equity. Very, very good. You know, human rights, human rights, human rights. You know, when you think of the word human rights really are the fundamental rights and freedoms inherent to all human beings, regardless of your gender, nationality, place of residence, sex, ethnicity, religion, or even your skin color. Human rights are not just about the law. So human rights are non-discriminatory, meaning that all human beings are entitled to them. Really, you really don't have to see the whole staircase, but you have to take the first to get to the top. As my mentor always say that you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to become great in life. So get started today. My everyday book says that learn to do good, seek justice, correct oppression, bring justice to the fatherless, and plead the widow's cause. That's Isaiah 1, verse 17. So get started today. Seek justice, correct oppression, bring justice to the fatherless, and plead the widow's cause. Human rights are really, to me, the most inspiration that I got it from, it was the death of George Floyd that made me to realize that we need to stand for a world where no one shall live in fear because of the color of their skin and where the criminal justice system treats everyone fairly and equally. If you remember it very well, May 25th, 2020, George Floyd died in police custody in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This 46-year-old black man was arrested and killed after a convenience store employee called 911 on Floyd's suspicion of passing a counterfeit $20 bill. The video that was captured by a bystander, it showed George Floyd pinned face down on the ground and in handcuffs as he was pleading for help. I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And finally, he fell silent. May his soul rest in eternal peace. It is so impossible not to be outraged watching that video of that Minneapolis officer pressing his knee against Floyd's neck for a period initially reported to be 8 minutes and 46 seconds. I believe that everyone is born free and everyone has the right to life. And that's the reason why I am here today, to educate everyone to know their human rights. Get to know your human rights. Always seek passion, good people. Seek passion. It's so funny how my mom and dad gave me this beautiful, beautiful name, Nompumelelo, Dr. Malcolm. Nompumelelo. You know, Nompumelelo, I know many people when they try to say my name, they always butcher it. But Nompumelelo, in my own language, it means mother of all success. So now you can see that I am really, really challenged to chase after success. No matter what comes my way, I'll have to chase after success. If I may ask you, how many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve maybe in the next 6 months? Woo! I know I am one of them. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. Really, my goal as a mentor or as a coach, it's so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to pursue success and drive sustainable outcomes, really. I so wish that you can just tell yourself that, you know what, I've just had enough. It's a wake-up call for me. This is a wake-up call for people to get to know your human rights. But when the alarm clock goes off, please, please don't ever hit the snooze button. Don't be like, I will wake up in the next 3 minutes. I will wake up in the next couple minutes. You know what? Forever is a long time. Why don't you wake up, get going, and get to know your human rights? Remember that a right is a freedom of some kind. It doesn't matter where we were born or what kind of family we were born into. We all have the internal recognition of the moral quality of one's motives and actions. It was Barack Obama who once said, the future rewards those who press on. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to complain. I'm going to press on. So you really don't have to be politically involved to know about your human rights. All human beings are entitled to them, and you can never, ever be excluded from your own human rights. Why? I'm glad you've asked that, because these are God-given fundamental rights and freedoms. So good people, go out there and be the change. Go out there and make a difference. Go out there and get more information on human rights so that you will know when your human rights are being violated. Please write this down in conclusion. Resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. I know you've heard this so many times, that your setback is your setup for your comeback. Your setback is your setup for your comeback. So if I can be honest with you, I don't know what goals you have for the next 6 months. I don't know what dreams you have for your future, but here is one thing I know about you. You are destined for greatness.
Yes.
Inside of you, God has put seeds of excellence.
Yes.
Those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish.
Yes.
But many people have become crippled by their past encounters, and some have stepped over other people to get to the top. But I believe that God has a better plan for every one of us here. And your objective is what you were designed for. With God, I believe that we're all destined for greatness as long as we follow His strategy. This is when the growth commences, because discovering your